In 2005, there was a man no one cared about. He wasn't an executive at a major bank, nor a famous economist on television. He barely spoke. He looked strange. And while everyone trusted the system, he looked at it and said, "There is a problem in this system, and it will collapse." At that time, the world was living through the largest housing bubble in history. Everyone was winning. Everyone was confident. Everyone trusted the system. Everyone didn't know. This is the story of one man who saw a truth everyone else ignored and paid the price for seeing it. This is the story of a voice no one listened to. In the early 2000s, in the United States, buying a house was seen as almost risk-free. Banks gave out loans easily. No income verification, no collateral, no real questions, because no one even thought to ask this question. What if people can't pay this money back? Housing prices kept rising. Banks were winning. Investors were winning. Politicians were happy. It seemed like no one was losing. But that was only the surface. Michael Burry was looking where others weren't. He was reading the contracts, hundreds of pages, tiny letters, details no one cared about. And there, he saw the truth. A large portion of these loans would never be paid back. Interest rates would rise. Monthly payments would increase. People would lose their homes. But the markets believed the exact opposite. And when the markets believe something, the truth doesn't matter. Burry went to the banks and said this: "I want to bet against this system." The banks laughed, because for the first time someone was claiming that the housing market could collapse. But they accepted the bet. Why? Because they were confident too. They believed Burry was terribly wrong. They didn't realize it at the time, but they were making the most expensive mistake in history. Months passed. Nothing happened. Markets kept rising. Burry's investors wanted their money back. The media called him insane. But he waited patiently, because the numbers weren't changing. All they needed was time, and time is the most loyal friend of the truth. Toward the end of 2007, the first defaults began. Homes couldn't be sold, loans couldn't be paid, and like dominoes, they started falling one by one. Then suddenly the thing no one believed could happen did happen. The market collapsed, banks failed, trillions were erased, millions of people lost their homes. And that man was right. Michael Burry made billions, but he wasn't happy, because the price of that money was paid by millions of people. After the crisis, he said this: "I saw how fragile this system really is, and I no longer trust it." Being right is not always a victory. The 2008 crisis was not an extraordinary event, it was a warning. But the world forgot that warning too, because systems do not change unless they are forced to. And sometimes the most dangerous thing for people is this: everyone believing the same thing. This man saw the truth. No one wanted to listen to him. One day, someone else may see another truth. The question is, will we listen this time? This was Forgotten Finance.